Today we learn how to make a simple application using Xcode 8 and Swift language for the iPhone devices. So let's start. Open your Xcode 8.1 or whichever version you have should be greater than 8. And when this Xcode menu pop up on your screen, you can see there are some latest projects on which I have worked upon. They are listing on the right side, and there's option of create new project here. Get started with the playground. Under this, tap on that, and a screen will open in front of you. uh, there are so many options. So first of all, we are going to make an application for iPhone devices, iOS devices. So click on iOS and tap on single view application, which is selected by default. There are other options as well, like game, master detail application, page based application, tabbed applications, and so on. But we are going to make a single view application right now. Tap on next button and enter your application's name. Hello world. Hello world. Okay, and your personal team or whatever, don't change any other settings, and choose your language Swift if it is not it's Objective C by default, but it should be Swift. And here you can choose device types: iPhone, iPad, or universal applications are those which you can run on any devices like iPad or iPhone, on both kind of devices. So first of all, we are going to make this application for iPhone only. So choose the iPhone, and we don't need to use any core data because we are not going to store any data in the local storage. So this is not required. Include unit tests or include UI tests. It's up to you that you want to include any UI tests or unit tests within your application or not. As of now, I am unchecking all those things. Tap on next. It will ask you to save your project wherever you want to save it. So save it anywhere you want to create. Okay, I'm going to save it here under tutorials, create. So this is the ways where you get when you start with the iOS or Mac OS application development. So in this window, this is the very left pane where you see all the application listings and the resource listing if there's included any, with the products which is going to be your final product. And in the right panel you can see as of now settings for your project or application: general settings, capabilities, resources, info, where you can add or add all the required information like application name you can change here, or you can add any other required uh, you can say any other required features, like you want to iTunes file sharing or you want to access your camera, you have to add here all these kind of things. And build settings, obviously build setting is important part of your application. So when you start developing and want to upload your application on the iTunes, or you want to deploy or test this application with any device, you have to change work on these settings. You have to change code signing identities. Obviously we will look into those later on. And so this is your product target, you can say. And here is the identity inspector attributes, where you can see all the attributes. So let's start. First of all, close the right panel, identity inspector. Now first file is app delegate, which is default created by Xcode for you. And basically this file will be responsible for your life cycle. It will handle your life cycle of the application. Like when your application is launched on the device, this method will be called application did finish launch. Okay, And whenever your application is resigning from active state, like your application is running in front in the device, but you got a call, so your application will be sent to this state, inactive state. So this delegate method will be called to inform your application that your application is no longer will be receiving the any events. Application did enter background. So whenever you put press home button, this method will be called did enter background, and will enter foreground whenever you tap on your iPhone's screen and tap on the application icon or name. This method will be get called that your application is going to be foreground, and become active when your application is receiving all the events, and application is in foreground. Application will be terminated. So this method is called whenever your application is terminated by the OS or by yourself, like double tapping on the home button and killing it from the background. So this is the life cycle of the iOS applications. And here is the view controller. Basically, Xcode gives you one view controller, as we choose simple view application. So Xcode by default gives you one view controller created by Xcode, so that you can start your development from here. So there's nothing in it as of now because we have to do everything. So here's a one main storyboard. In the storyboard, there's only a view, single view, as our application is single view application, so that's why the single view is shown over here, and we can change it according to our own requirements or our own wish. So let's start with that. Whenever you launch your application or run your application, this screen will be shown to on your device. So let's test this. Select a device like simulator. I have selected iPhone 7 Plus. Run it. It's compiling, and when it's launched, iPhone simulator will be shown on your screen like this. For the first time, it will take time. It may take time if you are not regularly developing your applications and you have just started your system. So for the only first time, it will take time. You can look into the attributes inspector. Let's look into the UI. Meanwhile, the iPhone simulator is loaded. So here's a view controller class and its attributes in the right side in the identity inspector. So this is the attribute, this is the size inspector, like all the sizes and layouts of the UI will be displayed over here. This is a connection, you can say inspector, where all the connections to your view controllers variables will be shown over here. And this is the main identity inspector where you can use auto layouts or anything you can change, means localization kind of things, basic things. Here is a class which is linked to your view controller. So let's see how this will work. First of all, let's put a label over here. You can search here, label, drag it or double tap. Okay, so here's iPhone simulator is launched. You can see iPhone. We are there's nothing to see as of now on our application because we have not added anything. So let's quit this and start with making some our own custom effects. drag a UI label onto your screen. Okay, resize it, and you can double tap it to write the content like this: hello world, this is my first iOS app. Okay, so you can see uh, how select this label if you want to layout or see what how what size is in the right side, its trailing and its leading sizes, top or bottom. Select this label and keep your mouse from where you want to see its you can say sizes. Like I want to see this labels all the sizes, edges, to according to this UI, main UI view. So select this label and point your mouse on the this view anywhere, and tap on Alt button, or you can say Option button. Whenever you press the Option button, it will show all the sizes from like its top space is 239 pixels, bottom space is 407, left size is 63, and right edge is 36. So let's tap on the down arrow to move it bottom side and make it vertically align. If you can put some attention to the UI here, you can see there's a blue line flashing over here when we move to this point. That means that this level is vertically center now. So let's move this to the horizontally center as well. So move it, and there's a look, this vertical and horizontal blue lines are appearing. That means now this level is vertically and horizontally centered, like this you can see. Okay, so keep it here. If you want to change like anything, you can tap this and you can change everything over here. Like this is the text you want to change. If you want to change, you can change over here as well. And color, let's make it a little bit brighter. Font size, whatever font size you want to, you can change here. You can also choose custom fonts from here, custom, and then you can choose any fonts you want to uh, apply for the for your label. So let's make it Helvetica new as of now, and font size is 20. Sorry. So you can see now the text is not shown on the label. Full text is not shown on the label. It's showing three dots in the end. That means your text is cutting at the trailing. So if you want to show full text, you can set number of lines. How many number of lines you want to show in the of the text. Increase its width like this, and now change it to number of lines too, so it will show your text in the two lines. Now you can align text according to yourself, center. Okay, and that's it. You can also change the background of the color of the label. Like, let's see how this looks. Let's make it a some sort of cyan color. And now, okay, now your application is ready to run. Press command plus R button to run your application. application is launched, and you can see the label you have created. Now here your label is shown. Okay, and there's nothing as of now we can do with this. Okay, quit this application by pressing command and Q. So let's apply some attributes to the view as well. So tap on the view. Here you can tap on the view. Now go to the inspector, and you can change the background color, like you want to apply what kind of color you like, you can apply from here. Okay. And let's see how this is looking in the simulator. So how this will be look on the device. Okay, looking great. Let's flip this to the landscape mode. Oh, the UI is messed up because when you um, change your device orientation, the content or UI is not adjusting according to its width and height when it's changed. So we have to do a little bit of work to adjust this. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, quit the application, go to your storyboard again, and tap on the label. So here are two options we can use to make this label in the center, whether your application is running in the portrait orientation or landscape orientation. Basically, there are two options. One is auto layouts, and other one is auto resizing. So first, let's see how auto resizing will work. Okay. So I have disabled auto layouts. Go to the first tab in the identity inspector and tap on use auto layout and disable it. Now tap on this and go to the size feature, and here you can see there are two just adjoining lines shown over here. That means this is showing your UI when your background view or your device size or width is increased, how this will remain. If I remove this, it will go to the center. That means its top space is wounded, that it will keep this size whether your application is running on an iPhone device in portrait size or landscape, or you are running your application on a iPad as well. And this is from the left leading space. So if you remove this, it will keep your view in the vertically center. So we have to remove these two, and let's see what happens now. It should be center now when we run our application in landscape mode. Okay, go to the landscape mode. Yeah, that's looking perfect now. So this will also work. Okay, let's test this with some other devices as well, like iPhone 5s. Change your simulator and run your application on the device. So let's see how this will be shown on your device, iPhone 5. So iPhone 5 is voted for the first time now, so it will take some time. We will talk about our second option. These two options, in the between you can see there are two lines with the arrows on both sides. That means the width, the height of the view, when you can say the height of the iPhone or device is increased, how your view will be going to behave for it. If you click on this line, it will, this means that your UI, your view will also be increased with the same ratio, and keep the both sizes same, and same for the horizontal line, it will increase the width to fill the view. So as of now we don't need these lines, so we are disabling these. Let's see iPhone 5 now. You can also choose like this from all the sides, so your view will keep same space from all the sides. Let's see how this will be shown on the device. Okay, move it to the landscape. Yeah, it's looking perfect. Fine. So if we run this with these settings, then how it will be shown? Let's see. Oh, it's not looking correct because it's maintaining its top, bottom, and left, right sizes. So it's moving to the towards the right or bottom whenever you changing device orientation. So this is a auto resizing, or you can say auto layout. Oh, sorry, auto resizing. And now we are going to use auto layouts. Tap on the auto layout, go to the first tab and select auto layout. Okay, now tap on the label, and here you can apply some attributes, constraints, auto layout constraints. So tap on this view, it will be showing all the properties where you can width, height, anything you want to apply. It's the top space, bottom space, left space, right space, everything it's showing, constraint to margins. Okay, but we don't need these properties as of now. We have to just make this label center horizontally and vertically, because its width and height is perfect right now. So you can either choose this alignment constraints. Okay, and tap on horizontal and vertical, vertically center in container, add these two constraints. So this is showing some kind of orange lines, that means your label is not in the center. Tap on the first tab, update constraints. No, we need to update the frame, so tap on the warning icon and update frames, select the update frames, fix mix placements. So here's this how this is looking now. It's making it in the one liner. Actually auto layout has increased its width according to the content, and make this in one line. Okay, you can choose also zero line if you want to any number of lines, like according to the text. Okay, run this. Okay, but this is actually this little bit of cutting from both sides. So you can apply some leading and trailing constraints from here. This is the leading constraint, this is a trailing constraint. Okay, add two constraints. Okay. So if the text is not committing in the one line, not, it's not possible to fit the text in one line, it will increase its height according to the device uh, or auto layout constraints, because we have not put any height constraint, so this will increase its height. Okay, this is looking perfect now. And look in the landscape. Yeah, this is also looking perfect because we have applied two constraints, leading and trailing. That's why the label is stretching to fill the area in the landscape mode. Okay, that's it, guys, for now. And this is a simple hello application how you can start with iPhone development. So thanks for watching, and